streaming. Let's try that. Yep, that looks good. Evening all. Hopefully that's working. As per usual, just give us a thumbs up down here if it's working. And you can see in here. Or stick something in the comments. Then I know I've plugged all the things in the right holes and twiddled all the knobs. And it's all working. Marvellous. Let's have a look. Should give it a second or two because there was a little bit of a delay. Oh, there we are. Thumbs are coming through. Marvellous. Evening, Peter. Right. Good-o. Right. So, yes, been busy couple of days. Photographing like crazy and trying to get stuff uploaded in amongst visitors coming around, which is very nice to see people, especially some people I haven't seen for 2 or 3 years. But of course, by the time I've had a cup of tea and a chit chat and put the worlds to right, suddenly another hour's disappeared. So anyway, not to worry, we're getting there. Here we've got Peter, Gary, Peter, Paul, another Gary. It's all excellent, marvellous. Everyone's here. Jane's here. Excellent. Good. Right, so I put another load of stuff up again today in the last hour or so. Some of them haven't got full descriptions yet, but it will just say details to follow. It's just to quickly try and get some more of the photographs up so you knew what was in. Tomorrow, I think there's still about 50 lots or so to put on, something like that. But hopefully tomorrow, it sounds bad, doesn't it? But hopefully I haven't got any visitors tomorrow, so I can have a full day crack on without too many disturbances. And rattle off the last of the lots. Even David, and descriptions where they're needed, and there's some things, signs, things that need measurements on, and all that kind of jazz. So hopefully we'll get everything rounded up pretty much tomorrow night. But anyway, I'll put on today some more machines. Some more fairground stuff, the 2 Punch and Judy machines, the Laughing Sailors there somewhere, some circus posters, Hillbilly in a Barrel, roll down boards. There's a whole load of books went on yesterday, I think I did those, fairground books mostly. There's 2 or 3 coin-op books to go on as well, I haven't done yet. World's Fair Jigsaw, K Naked Lady. Might put them on Friday. I can't remember how far I got Friday now. Anyway, I think we're up to about, on the machine front, we can see these are all the machines in the sale. Only just squeeze on the screen now. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 47 then at the minute. I think all the machines that are in are listed. There might be the odd one I've not put on yet. I can't remember what's out there now to list still. I think I've accounted for all machines. I think we're up to 47 machines. Might be another 1 or 2. A pretty nice selection as well. We've got a bit of everything really. So we've got. I was just looking for that. Yeah, there it is. There's a Superior. Bandits. There's a couple that need a bit of work for those of you who like projects. The Silver Jubilee, I think the that Mills Light Up, and the Aristocrat, and then there's others that are sort of done and ready to go. So very nice Golden Falls there, nice 4-reeler, Aristocrat Kingsway, all works perfectly. Very nice, came in yesterday, this Mills High Top front load jackpot one. All very nice. So yeah, a bit of something for everybody on the Bandit front. War machines again, we've got some early stuff, some very rare early stuff, some Brian's stuff. We've got the very nice big Strike-'em Ollie Wales, and the giant ones. It's got all these gubbins in it, the little bell and everything. Just need a battery, that's all. It's got his 3 trips, got his bell. So it's quite nice. Yeah, jackpot, the other jackpot-y payola-y thing. I've got a money mat B, don't see those very often. Those you like the wall matted bandits. So it's quite nice. We had the A before, if we go to the manufacturer's other machines. So you've got the A version in the sort of rounded corner case. Which is sold when I was back in 2017. I've only ever seen one of them. And so now we've got the B version. That's an old penny, works nicely. So yeah, so good selection of machines, I think. Bit of something for everybody. Fairground wise, there's still some stuff to go on, but it's building up. There's all the models, of course. There's a few more signs. There's that really nice pay box to put on, which I've got to put together tomorrow morning. Photograph. What else was the fairgroundy wise? There's some hoopla panels and uprights, some roller penny boards, some roller penny shoots, 2 sets of milk churn, balls and milk churn games, some whacker frog flickery thingamajiggles, a couple of more shooting boxes, or one more shooting box. And what else? Might be another sign or two. So a bit more fairground stuff to go. Some more advertising stuff to go on. Some nice advertising signs still to go on. 3 or 4 enamels. Big Turog bed sign. Very nice Victorian show card as well. So they'll go on tomorrow. There's a couple of bits of automata. They're quite good fun. One like a barber thing where the chap ends up getting his head chopped off. That's quite good. And another one with a man in bed and a skeleton comes out of the trunk at the end of his bed. So they're quite good fun. So I'll be doing, that's my sort of job when I sign off tonight, is make a new automata section, gather up the stuff we sold in the past, be it vintage automata, contemporary stuff, or like the shop display automata things. We sold quite a few of those. So there'll be another section appearing in the menu tomorrow morning, basically, for the automata stuff. What else did we have? Books. Yes, there's more coin-up books to go on. There's a nice model theatre, sort of the dropping scenery bits. There's a working model of a guillotine, and there's a nice model, scale model church, all made out of stone as well. Weighs a ton, but it's quite a good thing. Anybody fancies making a kind of a haunted churchyard working model, it'd be brilliant for that. So, what other interesting bits there were to go on? Those machines, done those. Oh, a couple more puppets. Yeah, so kind of a bit of everything really, basically. So that's where we're up with all of that lot. So then the catalogue should go up online Tuesday is the plan. Hopefully before Tuesday night's video. And then we can have a chit chat about that Tuesday night as need be. And then I might do an extra video in the week as well. Because the stuff I sort out with people for putting reserves on things and commissions and all that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking to do a Tuesday night video. I might do another one maybe Thursday night, perhaps. We'll see how it goes in the week. It's just easier to update things like that sometimes, and because I can actually show on the screen anything we need to see. Marvellous. Right, anybody got any questions on any of this stuff? Let's say anything where it says there's not a description yet. Obviously, there's not a description yet, and I'll do them tomorrow. But if anybody needs to know anything specific I can remember, my poor addled brain, then do fire away and ask, and I'll do my best to answer it. Viewing wise, I'm hoping by Thursday I'll sort of be organised. So what I'm thinking is Thursday, Friday and Saturday, if you want to come and view anything, that should all be fine. Everything will be here in Cambridge. Just bear that in mind, not at Leamington, it's at Cambridge. So yeah, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday should all be good. Obviously can't do Sunday because I'll be getting ready for the auction itself. And then collecting wise, again, we'll do like I did on the last, that chunky auction 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. So everything will be here to collect from Monday. I will do it through until Saturday night. I'm going to collect from Cambridge, and then anything that's still here Saturday night, I'll put on the truck and take to Leamington for next, whatever the Sunday is. Not next Sunday, it'll be Sunday after, but you know what I mean. It will be Sunday the 5th of June. So that gives then a weekend day for collecting at Cambridge or Leamington, whichever's nearest for you, more convenient. Obviously, if you're further away, you might be better getting Alan to pick it up. He'll be picking a load up. The other shipper of your choice. Oh yes, well basically obviously we'll collect this auction stuff to drop off for the next auction we'll do so at the same time. The next one will be the last right, how's that? Setting it. Everybody, if not, then I will drive up here. Well, and that's for the tea in the meantime. What are people thinking? Any better? Sounds like it's going out with Right. We'll have no sound for a second or two because I'm going to unplug it and plug it back in. So just bear with me. Right, how's that? Is that any better? Let's see. Looks better on the meters. So that's microphone direct in rather than going wirelessly. Not perfect. Silence. Right. Okay. That's interesting. Let me just turn that off a minute. Much better. Okay. Interesting. Something was interfering with the wireless microphones. It doesn't usually. How strange. Right, I'll have to not move too far. I think I'll end up pulling the microphone out. We'll do it like that for a minute. Okay, right then, where were we? I wonder what happened there. Very strange. Washing machines on, that could be it. It's probably on spinning or something. Putting out loads of interference. Can't remember what I was talked about now. Collecting, delivering, yes. Yeah, so collecting from here in the week following the auction. And the Sunday afterwards at Leamington. Alan's here sometime about the 10th-ish, again, if you need Alan to pick anything up. So that's all honky-dory. Marvellous. Yes, next auctions I was talking about. So yeah, so 31st of July will be the next amusement auction. So bear that in mind. Then in between times, I'll be doing another one at least clear out auction from here. I've got a shed out the back full of floristry stuff from when Mum had a flower shop. All sorts of stuff like that's all got to go. So not that it'll be much of interest to any of you lot, but you might know somebody. And it'll no doubt be cheap again. So if you want some bargains, those of you who do eBaying and Facebooking and whatever else you do these days, bargains galore to be had, no doubt. And then there'll be another bit of a house clearance one as well to do. So I'll try and squeeze them in as soon as I can, because A, I need the space, and B, I am trying to empty the house. So yeah, so that's those. Website wise, my phone's going crazy now as well. Just turn that down a minute, sorry about that. Oops. For that. Yeah, website. I was saying the other night that I think I've sussed out how to do the interactive map thing that we talked about some weeks ago when we were looking at pictures of seaside arcades and piers and amusement parks and stuff. I initially looked at Google Maps to try and do it on there, and it was a bit complicated, and I don't like Google anyway, and you end up them interfering with everything and want to do things how they want to do it. So I went off that idea. I think I've got it now sussed. So the idea is to have a page on the website with a map on the UK or the world potentially. So then you could zoom into wherever, seaside town or whatever, and then see pins on the map which would pinpoint arcades, amusement parks, whatever, anything that kind of fits with all the sort of stuff we sell really. And then we're trying again, like the archive page on the site to do with machines and manufacturing and whatever, find images of places over time. It'd be interesting to see how arcades change hands, change names, change the look of them and so on. And same of course with amusement parks and piers and blah blah blah. Also I thought we could put in addresses of manufacturers and things, because a lot of them all over the country obviously, and where any are near any collectors, it would be great. People might want to go out and see what's there now, because you never know, it might turn out things are on your doorstep, relatively speaking, when you think of how many companies there were making stuff. Like I was saying, over in Leamington, we are only a mile or so away from where Supercar used to be based in Warwick. And somewhere I've got some pictures of their yard, which was tiny when you consider where they made dodgem tracks and things. Dodgem tracks basically fill their entire yard up, one track at a time. So they're quite good pictures. Makes you wonder how on earth they managed to build fairground rides in such a small space, really. So they're quite interesting. Obviously, there's other manufacturers around the country. So I think that where Supercar was the first time, I think, is housing, and where they moved to, that initially changed to other kind of business units. I think that's all housing now. I think the Wharf in Wharf Street in Warwick, where Supercar moved to. We did a few auctions in the next door building years ago for a company that themed pubs. We had some big clear out auctions. So yeah, so that's another little project that I'm looking at and sort of fiddling with in amongst other things. Why won't my fan shut up when I've turned it off? Stupid thing. Yeah, when I get bored of programming other things, I go and have a look at that and program a bit of that, basically. So have a rummage around and see what you can find. Paul sent me a picture. I haven't had time to look at it and sort it out yet, of Kenmare Leisure we were talking about the other night. Someone was going to send some information. Who was going to send us the information on Kenmare? Can't remember. I've forgotten already. It's the trouble of trying to think of too many things at once. Anyway, we'll get that organised. That was quite an interesting story. Ken and Margaret, I believe it was, formed that little company. So it's all more interesting stuff that we can keep on adding. The camera's up on the angle now as well, isn't it? Did I knock it when I was fiddling about with the microphone? Better. Yeah. Oh, there we are. It was Peter. I have to get round to it. Yes, there you go then. Okay, so Peter and Paul between them know about, and they've got machines of Kenmare Leisure. So that's a nice little one to sort out. Yeah, now what was I going to tell you about these machines? Yeah, the Punch and Judy machines we talked about the other night. So I put some pictures up of the inside as well, the mechs. So the little one, which is 5 puppets in it, this one's in Darren's book, not this actual machine, one of these. There are obviously several made. Is a machine, as you can see, is there, and it's sort of working. There's no coin slot on it, but it's, you know, 2 buttons to make Punch and Judy work as well. So the camshaft goes all the time when it's running and moves all the puppets, and then the punch button activates Punch's hand with his stick, and the Judy button, I think, makes Judy rock the baby very brightly. Or 2 little solenoids in the top. You can't quite see that, they're sort of behind the 2 light bulbs. You can just about see the solenoids in the top of the picture if you look. So that's that one. So that's a, you know, a complete machine basically. Splits in 2, so you can have it sort of, you could have it countertop. There's nothing in the bottom half. It's just literally just a box it sits on. So yeah, great. But then the other one, which initially I thought was just a set of puppets shoved in a made-up box kind of thing, I looked at it and realised it wasn't. It's exactly the same, just bigger. So you can see this kind of quilted gold plastic stuff is the same. The design of the mirrors in the back is the same. Behind this sticky back mirror is smaller mosaic mirror. So this one's got 7 puppets in, I think, 7 or 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 puppets. These are all wooden head puppets. And again, it's kind of the same thing. The camshaft runs all the way along the top, and then you can just see in the top of the image where the 2 solenoids are to operate Punch and Judy again. But it seems like basically this whole kind of mech has been probably, I imagine, slid out of the original cabinet, because the cams are on the top of this ceiling and they're currently exposed, as it were. So this frontage is just a modern made up frontage. You can see here in this shot of the camshaft, it's just a bit of MDF they've made obviously to try and match the other one. So it seems to be the whole mech out of a machine, bigger machine. Even there's little control boards the same, with an 8-track player on it and the little timer, exactly the same as a smaller machine. Just needs a box building for it basically. Good project for somebody. Yeah. Peter said the cams look a bit crude. Yeah, they're kind of they're just sticks basically. So there's on the motor, so if you look on this picture, I hope you can see my mouse wiggling around on the screen at the end there. There's there's one kind of very long oval shape cam with a crank on it as well. So the cam rocks one of these wooden bars across the top. You see this, you can't really see them, there's a bit of a funny perspective on the photograph, but there's two long wooden bars with then sticks off them which the strings of the puppets are tied to, or marionettes we should say, technically speaking, not puppets, and one underneath as well. So the oval cam rocks one cam and one shaft, and then the crank does the other one. And it's exactly the same in the smaller machine. Just in the smaller machine, they're sort of underneath the ceiling, as it were. Let's have a look at that upwards shot again. So you can just see again the motor on the right there. And it's that same arrangement of an elongated oval cam and a crank. One does the bottom stick with, if you like, with the strings on it, and one does the other one. And then you can see there those two solenoids with bell cranks on that operate Punch and Judy. So yeah. But it seems no one's ever seen the bigger version of it. So hopefully they'll both go to good homes and get sorted out. I haven't put the measurements on yet, but I will do obviously tomorrow. But you can probably figure out for yourself. The Punch and Judy is sort of crane sized. This one, and the other one is sort of Pelham Puppets machine size, about 4'1", 4 foot long rather. So that's those two. The Laughing Sailor is a new-ish one. I'm not sure who made it. It's not one of mine, obviously. But it's quite well done, sort of a copy of a modern product. I don't really like the stained wood because it's not the right sort of wood to stain, really. It would look better painted, the cabinet, I think. But it's quite a nice sailor. He's got his moving wiggly eyes. Good costume on him. There we go. And you see in the side there, it's yeah, all modern electronics. It's the electronic sound box, this box on the right. It says digital sound, no tapes to wear out. It's on 20p at the minute. Yeah, low voltage motor, 12-watt motor. What can you say, really? It is what it is. But yeah, works fine. Nice casting on the front. It looks like a yeah, looks like a proper one, really. Good bit to stick on site somewhere. So that's that. Any other machines I need to tell you about? Hillbilly. I don't think it's in money matter. The Naked Lady is nice. Needs, I put a note on here, it needs a proper back door ideally, because it's just got a piece of plywood at the moment. You can get them for the States, the doors. Have a job finding one over here probably, because there's not many of these machines over here. Pretty rare thing. But nice machine. It's got that Cayley escalator. If you haven't seen the escalator running, I did video one and we had a little while ago, Cayley machine. Because the coins go upwards as the machine plays in kind of slow motion. Which is see in the escalator, so the coins come down the right hand side into the bottom, the coins as you play them, and as the machine's doing its cycle, they slowly move up the escalator and dropping the top over the top into the coin tube. So it's a really nice effect. There was a video of which one was it? The Cadet, wasn't it? Has the same mech, yeah. If you watch that video on the Cayley Cadet, you'll see the escalator doing its thing. Lovely machine. That's that one. There's an arcade light. Let's plug this in. This lights up fine. It's a big dome. It's about, again, I haven't measured it yet, but it's 2 foot wide, I suppose. And probably 8 or 10 inches deep, big dome, in good nick, no cracks. Getting hard to find these arcade lights, so those of you like your retro looking arcade, I think it's supposed to be a Viking King, I decided. It kind of looks kingish, or Viking Warrior or something, but yeah, something like that. I've called him the Viking King. If anybody knows what he is, let me know. The little capstan vendor goes into vending machines. This is nice with the casting. It's got a top on, which are often missing. His badge, enamel sides. That's on 6pence. There's no locks, but other than that, it's all there. It's got his weight in the vend column. And you'll see I've done a little close up of the top because the back corner of this casting is snapped, but it's there, so you can either glue it on, or if you've got a TIG welder or know somebody with a TIG it back on again. But they look nice polished up with their aluminium castings. Obviously, they're a little bit in need of a good polish. It's a bit on maybe for the angle there. BMR 1928. Why is it out of focus? Don't know. It's a bit bright when I took the picture. That's probably why the camera couldn't focus on the shiny stainless, I don't think. As that's that one. Any other any questions? Any of that lot? Let me know. Circus posters, nice circus posters in there. They're all original, bar 2. There's 2 repros, but I'll put them wherever it was. Yeah, this one's reproduction, so I'll put a note there. It's a repro. The others, if it doesn't say repro, they're original. This is nice, a Christmas circus one. Chipperfield's Christmas in Liverpool. We'll try and work out the dates on there. Sort of their 70s, but they very rarely have a year on them. The trouble with circus posters. I think this one actually did. This one is 1978, as it happens. Yeah, it's got a date there. I noticed in the bottom, and some detail about the. You probably can't see it on screen. I think it's scored off screen. But that one is 78, and I think they're all 70s. It's a case of looking back, trying to find a day when it says something like, you know, Tuesday the 20th or something, seeing of whatever, seeing which years a Tuesday was on the 20th of February or whatever the date is. So when I get time, I'll try and work those out. This is quite a rare one. Tom Arnold's circus, but Sleeping Beauty on ice. £150,000 Xmas Spectacular. Yeah. Cast of 150, children half price. So it must have been quite a show, really. Cast of 150. That's a lot of people in a show. Yeah. Nice. Fairground books. There's a few books that don't turn up too often. So check on those of you like your books. There's a couple of good American ones I've not seen before. Westview Park. This was in the back. I've scanned the backs as well. Pennsylvania, this one. Yeah, 1977. It closed by the looks of things. Yeah, it's closed in 77, this one. So yeah, some good photographs in it, for those of you like your amusement parks. And there's this one, another one I've not seen before, on the American State Fairs. Again, some nice pictures in it. 200 photographs, sideshows, freaks and things, motorcycle thrill shows, butter queens, whatever they are. Must be some American thing. Tractor square dances. Tractor square dances, I presume. How you do dancing with a tractor, I don't know. But they do JCB dancing, don't they? And then the American Amusement Park. So again, have a look on the back. It tells you what the book's about. Other one I've not seen before. And then there's slotty books. There's a Costa book. There's an Arcadia book. There might be another slot machine book as well, from memory. To go on. Somebody asked me about all the fairground rides, whether they all working. The answer is I don't know, because I haven't plugged them in. I think all the rides are motorised, and they've got motors in them. All bar one, as far as I remember, is wired for lights. But I'm not sure you'd want to plug them in, shall we say, because they're a bit twisty wires together and everything. They haven't been used for a long time. But they seem to be all there, they're in pretty good condition. Yeah. But you'd definitely want to check the wiring up before you plug them in, let's say. And I suspect what you'd really want to do is take the motors out, because I think they're all mains motors, or mostly mains motors, and stick a nice little 12-volt one in. But the good things, hopefully serve all find good homes. All scratch built, even the truck scratch built, and the little engines. Yeah. Good things, all come from Gresham's. Still waiting, hopefully we'll get a little bit of history of them. But I'm still waiting for an email to pop up with the history of all that lot. Anything else anybody's asked me? I'm just trying to think as I'm scrolling down. Got his early stuff. Little pig there, that's quite sweet. Pig's fiberglass, the other animals there are all wooden. Yeah. Right, there we are. Any questions? Anybody got any questions, comments, whatever? Fire away. Otherwise, we'll wrap things up and I'll carry on. So next job I want to do later tonight is do the automata section. Dig out all the old prices on stuff we sold before and make that up, and I can add in the 2 bits of automata we got here for this auction, because they're quite good fun. And then tomorrow, cracking on all day long with more photographs and details of the last 50 or so more lots to go on, something like that. So that will all appear tomorrow night. Have another look, and then we'll do another video again Tuesday night, when the catalogue should be done and ready to upload. Marvellous. Pete says, the Punch and Judy came from Pat and John's. Is there any photos of them in Pocklington? There might be. I'm trying to get some. I think they have got some somewhere. It's just a case of digging them out. So I haven't searched on the internet. There might even be some somewhere. I just haven't had time to have a look. But yeah, if anybody's got any, their visits to Pocklington. I never got there, unfortunately. But there's a good few collectors did. Again, it'd be a nice thing once I get this interactive map thing up and running. Places like that, you know, museums that are no more. We've got the place like the York Automata Museum that's no more. Pocklington, obviously, that's no more. Penny arcades that are no more. Like John and Clyde's one down in Brighton Pier and Western Pier, where they started off. My arcades up at Botany Bay, and which is no more. Well, my version of it isn't. And Folly Farm. I've got pictures of all those somewhere. It's a case of digging them out. So yeah, it'd be nice to get all that stuff up. Pictures search, can't find anything. Oh, right. Yeah, it's probably one of those things like, why would any of, you know, you think of all the stuff that was in the museum, it's probably in a way one of the last things anybody would have bothered to photograph. It's often the way. Everybody photographs the same most spectacular sort of thing, and everything else gets kind of forgotten about. It's a bit of a shame. My tea's gone cold, that's not good. Yeah, I haven't got any pictures of Pocklington other than what's in the Arcadia catalogue. There's 2 or 3 pictures in there, wasn't there? I think there's a picture on the back of the what was that magazine? It only run for 3 issues. Coin-Op magazine. Periodicals. Have I got it? Might not have got it listed yet. Coin-Op magazine. Vintage Amusement magazine. Yeah, this one. If any of you got these, I'm not sure where mine are. I've got all 3 of them. There's a feature in one of these about Pocklington. Yeah, that issue. Which I think might have been issue 1. Penny Arcadia is what Pocklington was called. So if you've got that, there's an article in there and a picture of John at the museum with some machines. But I can't remember what offhand. But you never know, there might just be in there. Yeah. Right. So I think that's probably about it. Unless anybody's got any other questions, comments, bright ideas, moans and groans, whatever, fire away pronto. Or I'm off to get a hot cup of tea and carry on. So keep an eye out tomorrow for stuff appearing. Nothing much will appear in the day. It'll be sort of tomorrow evening time, really. By the time I've got it all photographed and one thing and another. So we'll do a video Tuesday night, and then I might do another one later in the week as well. Once the catalogue is actually up on Easy Live, in case anyone's having any issues registering or anything like that. And hopefully we'll all be good to go by the end of the week. Yeah, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully everything will sell, of course. Otherwise, I've kind of failed if it doesn't. Right, so let's just stick a comment on here for anybody who tunes in later on. Next video, Tuesday Eve, 8:05 p.m. as usual. Shove that in there like that. Yeah, you know where I am in the meantime if you want anything. Catch up Tuesday, viewing later in the week. I'll send an email out anyway once the catalogue is up online with all the details of times for viewing, how to register if you haven't done already, and all that jazz. So don't panic, there's still a week to go. So yeah, there we are. Right, I'm off. Night all, thank you very much. Keep up the good work. And Peter C's got some work to do, some homework for next time. So we'll await that with interest. Night, David, and night, everybody else. Catch you later. I'm off. Bye.